Our fourth storyteller this evening, Lauren Kelleher. Make some noise, y'all.
So my dad took me to my first car show when I was 7 weeks old. And I've been to more car shows with him than most sons have been with their fathers in a lifetime. I was his first human baby, but his first child was his 1939 Ford sedan. He's had it since 1970, and he spent years restoring it as an old school hot rod. He's always been very proud to keep a Ford flathead V8 motor in it. And he considers a Ford ruined if it has a Chevy engine in it. I roll my eyes each of the dozen times he has to tell somebody that at a car show. He also has to tell at least one person how, when I was 6, I stunned a group of guys by correctly identifying a Bucket T Roadster with a big block engine and a dual quads and a blower. We drive that car everywhere. Most people in the classic car community value low miles and no grime, but Dad's put over 150,000 miles on it, and it looks it. But I've never actually driven it. It's always Dad driving with me riding shotgun. With no power steering and a manual trans, I don't feel physically capable of steering or shifting. Plus, I would die if anything happened to it while I was behind the wheel. My dad loves that car almost as much as he loves me. So last summer, a friend rented out a drag strip for his company outing, and knowing how much Dad and I would enjoy it, he invited us to join them. Dad had his heart set on me riding shotgun with him like usual, but I wanted to race my own car, a stock 2014 Prius V. That's the station wagon model. You see, I love drag racing. 2 cars line up, the lights descend, and if you're too fast or too slow on the throttle when you get the green, you blow it. So when I'm at a stoplight, I watch the cross traffic's green turn to yellow and red, and I count the beats in my head, and just as I get the green, I floor it. So on the day of the drag races, I'm ready. For weeks prior, Dad had been bragging, I'm gonna kick your ass so bad. After I kick your ass going through the 3-speed, I'm gonna kick your ass going through. I'm gonna kick your ass in 3rd gear. Whatever. I just want to have fun, and I had been practicing, so I was ready. So on the day of the races, we convoy down to the track. Dad in the 39 Ford, me in my Prius station wagon. We listen to the rules and sign liability waivers. If you expected your car to go really fast, you needed a helmet, a fire suit, and all sorts of other safety measures. But Dad and I laughed because neither of us would be exceeding 100 miles an hour in the quarter mile. So the other guys brought their souped up Mopars and high charged Teslas and other new cars, and they were clocking fast speeds and quick times. Then Dad rolls his 79-year-old beast up to the line next to me and my aqua blue hybrid. We roll up to activate the sensor on the Christmas tree to start the countdown. Yellow, 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 green, and we floor it. My hands are shaking as they grip the wheel. This is my first official time doing this. I reassure myself, you got this, it's okay, just go straight. The initial torque of Dad's car puts him in an early lead in 1st gear. But then it's time to shift, and my electric motor just guns it past him. My laughter and screams are louder than my hybrid motor. I try not to cry like a girl from seeing him in my rearview mirror. I crossed the finish line more than a second before him, and I am just in complete shock. All this time, I just expected to have fun and, as promised, get my ass kicked. But I kicked his ass. We circle back to the staging lanes. I jump out of my car, and I'm squealing like a little kid. I was the only drag racer with that reaction. But then I absorb the shock on my dad's face. He can't deny what just happened, and he challenges me to a rematch. Humbled, he has excuses for his unexpected defeat. Oh, I didn't get any tire grip in my lane, and this proves I need to rebuild the carb. Oh yeah, I did not expect to have a chance against my dad. He drag raced his Ford, his Gremlin, and other cars back in the day. So we get back in line and switch lanes. Yellow, 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 green, and we floor it. Again, Dad takes the early lead, but as he shifts, I just blow past him again. I'm laughing so hard at this point, I'm seeing stars. This was not a fluke. I did it again. And I'm no longer feeling bad about beating Dad at his own game. We get back in line again and again. I end up beating him 9 times. After each race, you swing by this little hut, and the timekeeper guy gives you a receipt with your time, your speed, and your reaction off the green. I'm driving a station wagon, so my speed and time are slow, but my reaction off the green is consistently just hundredths of a second, and Dad is very impressed with that. So I was worried that beating him not once, but every single time was going to hurt Dad's ego. But now at car shows, he has a news story to tell everyone about the time his daughter kicked his ass at the drag strip.